Yesterday, Peyton Garcia texted me. She's the newsletter writer for CityCast Denver. There's some new gas station coming to Colorado, she said. It's supposed to be a big deal in Texas. She asked, had I ever heard of Buc-ees? Oh, Peyton. Today, CityCast Houston producers Dina Kesba and Farrell Gibbs and I will endeavor to explain to you the supersized roadside wonderment that awaits y'all in Colorado. It's Friday, February 11th, 2022. I'm Lisa Gray, and this is CityCast Houston. Okay, so Peyton, tell us what you do know about Buc-ees.
In our Denver online news, I saw a new gas station was coming to town. And I thought, that's a weird thing to want to write about. The rumors that are circulating around here, where we've never heard of Buc-ees, is that it has award-winning bathrooms, a record-holding car wash. The one that's slated for Colorado is 73,000 square feet. It's going to have like 100 plus gas dispensers. There's swag. There's a mascot. So when I was like, this is crazy. I was like, I need to ask my colleagues in Texas, like, hey, do you guys know what Buc-ees is? Is that a thing?
It is definitely a thing. And I think we definitely know what Buc-ees is. I mean, you describing how big it is and the clean bathrooms is definitely on brand with what we know Buc-ees to be. You know, it's like this big, massive, like gas station, convenience store / mega mart. It's like everything packed in one.
But it's more than that. Like Buc-ees it is about road trips, but it is also like a sort of midpoint destination on your road trip.
It's kind of, you take a road trip to go to Buc-ees, really, more than anything.
Oh, God, Dina, you've got to get better destinations.
Are there a lot of Buc-ees? Are they around, in Texas?
Oh, yeah. I mean, before it used to be a little further out. I think the original one was in Lake Jackson.
Yeah, so it started south of Houston in Lake Jackson.
It slowly kind of got closer. I mean, now it's...
And now they're bent on world domination.
Yeah.
Apparently. And how old is, when did this start?
It started in 1982. And it was a guy named Arch Alpin III who opened the first Buc-ees.
So is it somewhere you go to eat? Like, is it a restaurant? Like, do people go there because they're craving Buc-ees and they want the food that Buc-ees serves?
Oh, God, I never would. But Dina?
I would say, yeah. I would literally go out to the one in Katy or Cypress, which are closer to me than the one that I would have to go to if I'm going to Austin, just to get their beef jerky. Their beef jerky's so good. It's like the best.
But, okay, so do you eat road trip food on a day-to-day basis? Like, I would never eat beef jerky or candy-coated popcorn on a normal day.
I would.
You would? Okay,
right,
Peyton, you may be in the Dina camp. Yeah.
I would eat beef jerky. I love to just have some beef jerky at home, because I find it to be just a nice snack.
Okay.
And this isn't like the cruddy stuff that you get from any grocery store. This is in-house made beef jerky. So it tastes really good and fresh.
And when you go into your giant Buc-ees, there will be an array of beef jerky and of other jerkies. Jerkies made from every animal you can imagine. Jerkies flavored in every way you can think of.
And they make in-house stuff. Is that right? They make in-house barbecue?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, as a Texan, I'm required to say, Buc-ees barbecue.
Yeah, it's not the best.
Who's going to go to Buc-ees? But if you're driving...
I don't know. I mean, Farrell made a pretty compelling argument when we talked yesterday about their brisket.
But Farrell's from Alabama.
Yeah, they don't know barbecue.
Right. When we talked yesterday, I had no idea that this was going to, blow back on me. You know what I mean? But for convenience store barbecue, they have really good brisket. And you asked if it was like a restaurant. No Buc-ees I've been in has tables and chairs. So it's kind of like, you grab it and go. But and they're so large, but there's no place to actually sit down.
But they serve hot food.
Yes.
They do stuff like they make hot, fresh potato chips, in-house. So you get hot food. All right, so Farrell, you used to manage convenience stores, right?
I did.
What do you see when you look at a Buc-ees?
I see a very large convenience store that's cut in half.
Huh.
Half of it to the right is all of the food items and kind of all of the labor. And then the left half of the store is all novelties, where you get like postcards and Zippo lighters and ice chests.
And furniture and barbecue cookers. Yeah.
Exactly.
So why is that significant?
Because they're selling all of it, right? But only half of the store really needs all of the labor. You know, the stuff that sits on the shelves. But on the right side of the store where the food is, that's where the bathrooms are. I mean, all of the labor is working the right side of the store.
Oh, so that's the expensive side to run.
Yes, that's right.
I just wonder if like one day I'm running errands and I'm like, oh, I need to grab dinner. I could swing by that Wendy's, or oh, there's a Buc-ees. I'm gonna go get some Buc-ees barbecue. Like, is that something
So
that you
usually
do, Dina?
Buc-ees isn't in a city, right? It's going to be out on the edges. It's a road trip thing.
Built for road tripping.
Yeah.
Which I guess is kind of what they're doing here in Colorado. It's not coming to the city of Denver. It's going between two cities. So it's one of those things where if you need to stop for the bathroom, or my husband goes out that way when he goes fishing, so I could imagine it's going to
That's
be
a perfect Buc-ees
convenient. We have nothing like this in Colorado. So it blew my mind that this was a thing. We just have not. Well, the closest thing we have to this is 7-Eleven taquitos.
No.
Oh, these are not at the same level. I mean, it's not like what you would order for dinner. Like if you're between like a Wendy's and that, like you were just asking. It's not like a dinner spot. It's just like on the go, very quick. But it's no way like taquito 7-Eleven. I wouldn't even put that in my mouth if you paid me. Like,
I mean,
it's just
Buc-ees
not.
is to a 7-Eleven what... Oh my God. I was going to say what an 18-wheeler is to a car, but even that is not big enough. What is the right comparison? What an aircraft carrier is to like a kayak?
Wow. Okay.
I mean, it's
apples to oranges.
Yeah,
Apples to watermelons.
They have a kitchenwares section.
I don't think Coloradans know what's coming their way. No. I think most Coloradans are going to see these articles and be like me and be like, what's the big deal with this gas station? which is what I assumed it was. But I wonder, do you think Houstonians that have replanted themselves in Denver, are they going to be excited for this?
Oh my God.
Of course.
You're going to see the T-shirts that have the little like circle and the beaver wearing a red hat.
That feels so Texas.
Yeah. Some people wear them ironically. Some people don't. Buc-ees is Texas. I mean, that's with the size, with like that world domination ambition. And the tackiness. Let's be real. The tackiness is like part of the package.
I mean, what's tacky though? I mean, like in high school, you were the cool kid if you were wearing a Buc-ees shirt. Like,
ironically.
I mean, we have enough hipsters here in Colorado that I'm sure it's going to be a hit.
I mean, it works either way, right?
So what do I need to know as a complete Buc-ees noob? What is there to know about Buc-ees? What stands out to you?
Dina, do you want to rhapsodize?
Totally. For starters, I mean, I mentioned this already, the beef jerky, 100%. Just when you go and you need a restroom, there's never a line. You're always guaranteed a stall, and it's always clean. And then they roast fresh nuts in-house as well. And they've got like this gigantic wall of candy. I know Lisa's totally like cringing right now when I say candy.
We're talking like every kind of crapola candy you can imagine. Like, candy corn and cherry sours and gummy worms.
Yeah.
Wow.
And if there's one of those weird ones that you love, you can find it there. Mm-hmm. But most of these are the things that if you got them in your Halloween trick-or-treat bag, you'd be disappointed in.
Ooh, they're icy Dr. Pepper as well. That's so hard to find.
I don't spend a lot of time looking for icy Dr. Peppers.
So I have to wonder, Farrell, since you've experienced Buc-ees in 2 different states, did the one in Alabama even compare to the ones in Texas? I mean, I'm wondering if there's going to be a huge disconnect between, like, if you guys are setting a really high bar for Buc-ees and then it's going to come to Colorado and not be that.
Well, first of all, putting it in Alabama was genius because, it was very much a destination spot there.
Is there nowhere to go in Alabama?
That's what it sounds like.
Well, your 30-mile, like, put it on your way to the fishing place sort of strategy. That's what they did. They put it in a place called Robertsdale, Alabama, which is on the way to Gulf Shores and Destin. So everybody that's traveling I-10, they pass by it to go to these awesome beaches. And it compares inside. I mean, it's a little bit more cramped on that piece of land, I think, than in Texas. When you have a Buc-ee's out here in Texas, like the one that was near my house in Cypress or on the way to Cypress, huge plot of land, sprawling. One more thing I wanted to say from what Lisa said earlier, beaver nuggets. She mentioned beaver nuggets.
Oh, Lord.
And I don't know if you know what those are yet, but it's their in-house kind of...
No.
Would you eat something called a beaver nugget, Peyton? This might be a personal question. I don't know.
I would be hesitant, only because here in Colorado you get tricked into eating Rocky Mountain oysters. And do you guys know what Rocky Mountain oysters are?
It's the candy version of that, or the sugar crisp.
No, it's candy corn. It's they're not candy.
Okay, so they're actually
No.
good. They're not bull testicles disguised as something edible.
Oh,
No, they're good. They're real good.
definitely
Okay,
not.
cool. Especially that's where people's minds are going to go when you say beaver nuggets.
Well, that's
People are
what I
gonna be
know.
like, okay,
This
what are you trying to
Buc-ee's
pull over
makes,
on us?
Like weird, dirty little jokes. Like, okay, they have great billboards. You'll see those as you're driving, and they say things like the top 2 reasons to stop at Buc-ee's. Number 1 and number 2.
I love that. Well, you guys are setting an incredibly high bar for Buc-ee's, so I'm going to have to check back in with you once I've checked it out here in Colorado. But I was just so surprised when I asked Lisa, like, hey, have you heard of this Buc-ee's place? What is it?
That's what I'm calling it from now on, Buc-ee's.
Oh, Farrell, you will
I was
be
very
drummed
confused
out.
by that by that spelling. I was like, is it Buc-ee's? Buc-ee's. All right.
All right. Well, thanks a lot, Peyton, for playing along with
Yeah.
us.
Thanks for answering all my questions.
That's it for our show today. Our producers, you just heard them talking, are Dina Kesba and Farrell Gibbs. Our theme music is by Farrell Gibbs and his band All the Kimonos. On Monday, it's Valentine's Day, so we are going to have a show of very Houston love stories. Y'all don't want to miss that. Talking with you then. Bye. Should I try the whole thing again? I don't remember what I was saying.
No, it was great.
All right. That's not a convincing. It was great, Farrell. All right.